Good old Glenn.
There's Glenn standing
sorry.
for the camera.
I thought this was last night. I was waiting for the intro. I was going to do the whole intro.
The intro. Hey, folks, those of you that logged in early, I'm gonna give you a little treat here. Hold on a second. So we've updated the look. We've updated the studio here. We actually have, for those that complain, I can't hear Tankai. I can't hear him. Well, now you can hear me. Okay. So now, but you won't see it because when I put the background on, it goes away.
What? Which one did you? What'd you get?
I got the arm and I rehooked up my Blue Yeti.
Oh,
which I had.
got a new mic. I thought you got a new mic.
Well, the Blue Yeti, yeah.
Well, hey, I used to use, before you got me this, I used to use a Blue Yeti.
Yep. So I went back to the Blue Yeti because the Elgato wouldn't fit the arm. I know. Third world problems.
I don't know what's going to happen if I ever take this down. I think
Death Angels, you know what? Everybody else can hear me but you.
My Elgato works just fine in here.
Stop yanking my chain. Okay?
Yeah, you'll get the guest or the host uptight. It could be like, I don't got no sound.
I got no. You did that to me before. I'm gonna go down there with them fighting those. I'm gonna have that Popeye.
Let me say.
Bless you, Glenn.
Thank you.
I'm not muted. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I leaned over there.
Death Angels are here. Actually, I'm going to lean into one thing because Death Angels, if you can see, he's been a member, a supporter of this channel for the last 8 months. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, listen, I'm happy if you're happy enough to subscribe to this channel. It's awesome. But we do have supporters that actually, support, and they actually put a few coins in the coffers, and that's why we have the scroll on the bottom of the screen. This month, December so far, we've picked up 23 supporters for this channel. So I want to thank everybody who supports this channel in general, and specifically the 2 dozen or so that have stepped. Since we've stepped up, they've stepped up, and I really do appreciate it.
So, on the Vlog of Many Things last night, we were supposed to do a recap of 2025, and we ended up talking
law enforcement and EMS.
Yes. Yeah. See, that's what happens when you do hey, we're going to do a sandbox. You go off.
Maybe you want to do it on this show. I don't know.
Glenn, there's one thing you ought to be grateful for. At least we're not doing hot mics like that guy did at the basketball game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was in broadcasting. I never, hot mic, never.
So again, it's going to be a bonus for those of you that hopped on time.
Eric does the extra work to get this kind of stuff.
Actually, this was actually on my
Doc, how you
my
doing?
police forum because this is the kind of humor we're into. So it's a Philadelphia Flyers hockey game on the radio, and just as a little preview, the announcer in question is currently suspended. So I will play this, but there's a reason why I'm playing this.
Sometimes the Flyers get a sense of urgency when they're playing from behind. Now they're going to take the TV timeout. We'll take it as well. 7 gone in the third. It's 3-2 Buffalo on the Philadelphia Flyers Broadcast Network. While you're down there, would you mind blowing me?
I think we're still on the air, Tim. No, we're not, are we?
Beauty.
Oops.
Beauty.
Damn, I hate it when that happens.
So now there's a reason why I'm playing that. And I'm probably going to do a video on this topic. But most channels don't do live streams.
Yep.
This channel does 4, sometimes 5 live streams a week. And the reason why many channels, especially ones bigger than us, don't do live streams is because of things like that. Because you don't know what your guest is going to say. You don't know what your fellow host is going to say. You don't know what random shit's going to come out of your mouth. You can't go back and delete it. It's done.
Yep.
And it isn't so much, oh my God, we dropped a certain word, we're going to get demonetized. It's, oh my God, somebody talked about something and now the pitchforks are out and there's a lot of issues.
It's the magic of live broadcasting.
The reason why, and Death Angel does 2 to 3 live streams a week. I've been doing live streams for I don't know, the last 5 years. Um, I've only had one. Well, I've had a few of them get demonetized. I only had one get flagged. I'm not going to tell you what it was for because we're not going to repeat it ever. But the reason why I do live streams, okay, the reason why Don does a live streams on Thursday nights that he's nice enough to have me on for,
Hassan.
is we enjoy interacting with our communities.
Yep.
Okay. That is why we do the live streams. I actually had a conversation with somebody whose channel I had brought this up before a little bit, and they said, no, live streams aren't profitable. That's why we don't do them. And you know what? Live stream will last for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it will make pennies. I don't do live streams because I'm looking to get paid for that live stream. I'm doing those live streams because the community that's built around this channel, the community that's built around this hobby, appreciates the live streams. And if they enjoy the live streams, they'll come back and they'll watch my videos. Maybe they'll support this channel. We do it because we have fun. And I enjoy spending my time with Glenn, with John, with Mike, with Jim, Rob, and Greg, and my wife on Saturdays, Joe and Joe every other Sunday. We do it because we enjoy it. If we didn't enjoy it, we wouldn't do it. And trust me, you wouldn't watch our shit if we weren't having a good time, because it would show.
Oh yeah.
Well, also, I like it. I like the interactivity of it.
Yes. I like to be able to get a response to what we're talking about and get to your questions and often answer your questions. I don't have time quotas, okay?
Mhm.
You know, this channel's been monetized for the last 5 years. There's no time quotas involved in this.
Yeah, once you gain monetization, you don't have a monthly quota.
No, there's no. You must continuously produce. I think there is though for like, oh God, Spotify. I think that there is like you got to keep your numbers up, and they're insane numbers. But no,
Yeah.
Stephen Glicker and crew at Roll for Combat were speculating that WotC might split D&D into 2 products: classic D&D for fans of the OSR and Shadow Dark, and new D&D for the dwarf barista lovers.
That's
You
an
don't
interesting
say.
one. You know that?
You don't say.
That's interesting.
You know, listen, there's some stuff that I've heard rumors of, and the rumor I brought up about 660 I got from multiple sources that came back to different sources at WotC, which leads me to believe that there's some truth to it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the only iron that's in the fire. So, and Glicker is usually pretty good. He's got some sources that are as good, if not better, than mine. So I would say, Brian, I have been getting fed a lot of 10 Cars Tavern on YouTube, and I have enjoyed everything. Well, here I'm going to say this: God bless, thank God.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm glad you've enjoyed everything. We listen. There will be times when I won't be up to par. It's going to happen. But I'm happy you've enjoyed what you've gotten so far. It's the dwarf bakers. It's the dwarf bakers. It's the Mexican orcs. It's the species, heritage, race doesn't mean anything because we're gonna make the game vanilla. You know.
Oh God, is that like a Deinhardt reference?
Oh
Race
no,
is a myth, but then
race,
he's got racism.
race is a myth. But then he talks about race.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, slight hijack here.
Yeah.
Doc, yeah, I saw the second edition tune did get funded. I am curious to see if you're going to be producing any stuff for it, because Doc Cross did a lot of the supplements in the day for Tune. Okay.
Well, the Doc Cross does some pretty good
He
work
does.
on Tune. I'm interested in Tune, but I don't know if I need a new Tune.
Same here.
You
Same
know, Tune is ageless. It's like, do I need? I would like to see, in print, yes, but
Yeah.
I don't
Sometimes
know.
that's the only way you can get them in print. To do an edition.
Yeah, Fugly leaf blowers. He was talking about leaves. Yeah, there's leaves in this recording booth. What the hell is this? Who was here? The maple leaves. Sorry, I had to. Had to. 5e orcs are pedrorks. Oh, Jesus. When it comes to the father jokes, the old man jokes, usually that's my cup of tea. Usually these guys say, Eric, if we're going to have a really bad joke that you might have to explain, it's usually thrown into my lap, but that was a good bad joke. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
But by the way, Glicker will do, going back to Roll for Combat, Glicker will do live streams. Because he understands the importance of connecting with your community. And
It's personal. It's personal engagement. It brings more personality, I think, to your channel.
Yeah, and you got to know if I'm willing to do 4 or 5 live streams a week, you're going to get to know me. Okay, you'll see me on my off days. You'll see me on my good days. You'll see me when I'm fighting the cold or the flu. I haven't missed a Wednesday night talking crit in 5 years. By the way, we're missing it next week. We're moving it to Tuesday because my family thinks they're Italian and we're celebrating Christmas on 2 days.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
And I would get into a lot of damn joke if I did it otherwise. Dan, I enjoy good bad jokes. Glicker and RFC live stream multiple times a week. It just happens to be in the middle of the workday. Yeah.
Are they overseas, and that's why?
No, Glicker is actually in New York or Connecticut.
Really?
He's in the New York metro area. I've met him. We actually had a short conversation about our sources without naming our sources, which is the funny thing about sources. It's like Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. Well, you never name your sources. Yeah, his books are still being held hostage. If you haven't seen the update from Roll for Combat, the whole thing with Diamond Distribution is going from Chapter 11 to Chapter 7.
Yep.
So Chapter 11 is reorganization.
Yep.
Chapter 7 is liquid diarrhea.
Full scale. Everybody gets new.
Everything goes.
Yep.
So now the important thing is it's going to force a ruling on does Diamond own the stuff it technically doesn't own? Can they liquidate the property that they're holding but aren't actually?
Well, under Chapter 7, Eric, what they'll do, see, that's what happened with New TSR and Lanasa. That's how he got out of having those games liquidated because he had, sold them already.
Right.
That's tangible Diamond assets. The trustee will grab those, but the problem is let me back up. If the trustee classifies them as Diamond's assets,
right,
then what will happen is they will auction them off and people will get still pennies. What has to happen is they'll have to have probably a 31 hearing. And in that, they'll have to prove, hey, I have product with Diamond that was on consignment. That's really my property.
Right.
So,
but the thing is, though, and Glicker actually explained this, even if it's decided it's their property, it's not like Diamond is going to ship him back his property. He has to go to the warehouse, which I believe is in Maryland or West Virginia, somewhere around there, go and find the pallets of shit that is his, because Diamond isn't even required to tell him where it is. He has to find it, and then he has to move it. And it's almost it's almost like it would be better for Diamond to make an offer. Hey, we'll give you 10 cents on a dollar on each book we're holding, but that would all be stuff that the court would have to agree on.
Well, and that's the problem. I think Glicker's got this a little wrong, actually, because what'll happen is the trustee will order an issue of seizure on the Diamond assets. Because Diamond will have to list all their assets. Diamond will have to list the location of those assets, and literally they will send U.S. Marshals by the U.S. Bankruptcy Court to
Really?
padlock those locations.
Wow.
And then the trustee has to hire people to be at that location at specific times to make arrangements to have it picked up by.
Oh, damn.
That's what happens, and that was the thing with new TSR, because one of the things that my attorney was pulling for was, he's owed almost $7,500. There's tangible assets, and they said if the court, if he didn't have his sale agreements,
Uh-huh.
that were, very handy,
Mhm.
and such, then they would have to have basically found out where he'd have to tell them where it's at, and they would padlock it and put a federal no entrance bankruptcy court seal on it. And then they would be able to take them and auction it off. But I think with Diamond, I think they would probably do the same thing. But man, for Diamond to switch from an 11 to a 7, they got to be desperate.
Yeah, it's going south. Shellback, different company is called Diamond. Diamond Sugar is not the same as the comics distributor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to figure out. I gotta reach out to my contact at Alliance Games. I'm curious what Alliance Games feels about all this.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, there was a lot of shenanigans going on at the beginning of this bankruptcy, which apparently isn't uncommon with commercial bankruptcies.
No,
Go figure, shenanigans. I don't know if I'd call shenanigans, but
say, wait a minute. You're talking to your attorney. Oh, I need a licensing agreement. Hold on, I already have one of those. It's dated 3 years ago. I'll call you right back. That's what they do.
yeah, no.
It's like.
Dan, when the Roll for Combat books show up at Ollie's bargain outlet for $5 each, I'll definitely pick them up. I didn't go running out for the Watsy stuff because it was Watsy stuff, but
that could happen.
It could. But
up at Ollie's.
That's not going to be at Ollie's.
But no, you know what? It's on Barnes and Noble now.
Yes,
there you go. And it's still on Amazon.
Death Angel Shadow says, I think there needs to be some criminal investigations. There never will be. That's the thing about, trust me, if the U.S. Bankruptcy Court, Death Angel Shadow, does not care about new TSR, they're not going to care about Diamond distribution. Trust me, I think the whole Diamond thing is pretty damn safe for a Chapter 7.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But because the shenanigans were going on before the bankruptcy happened. The bankruptcy happened because of prior shenanigans.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the sad part is, what would have been the simple thing because they knew what they were going to do. They knew they were filing. They could have just reached out to these small companies that said, listen, come get your stuff.
Right.
And what they did was dirty.
Yep.
It's just.
Fantasy Grounds Academy wants to know which other publishers are impacted by this. Apparently, Paizo has some in
Green
there.
Ronin.
Green Ronin went as far as to do a GoFundMe to get pay for legal expenses. There's a lot of companies, big and small.
Yeah.
Oh God. What's his name? The comic book guy from North Texas, Poulter. His stuff is caught up in this crap. So, the only way there would ever be a criminal investigation if there was a company with tangible assets to recover via fines. No one is going to go to jail for this. Diamond customers just get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's probably, my guess is Diamond probably had probably hundreds at varying levels of customers. I
Mhm.
mean, they were the major comic and book distributor and game distributor.
Oh yeah.
Hell, other distributors used Diamond.
Mhm.
You
The
know,
whole I think when I was living in California, all of Southern California was covered by
yeah,
Diamond.
yep. And then
Every game store in Southern California.
and they had didn't they have a monopoly pretty much on the comic book distribution market?
I don't know if it was a pure monopoly, but they
It
had a
was close.
significant chunk of it. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember back in the day, back when I was still collecting comic books, up until about I don't know the turn of the millennium. Diamond Previews was the book that you had to pick up
Yeah.
to know what you were going to order for your next batch of comics. So,
Yeah, they're the ones who handle DC and Marvel,
yeah.
and also a lot of the what they call it,
Independence
the independent
and
labels.
a lot of the classic black and white. I think a lot of the classic black and white companies have been around for I don't know decades. A lot of them are going to probably there'll be a trickle down bankruptcy effect
Yeah.
for a lot of smaller corporations because of this. So it sucks,
It
Yeah.
does.
you know.
But that's the nature of big corporations, though. They make dumb decisions. They get the wrong people at the lead, and then they run into blame. Dead ends, and the dead ends is the U.S. bankruptcy code.
Yeah.
But also, Dan Tesh, Chapter 7 for a company, it kind of is a turbo screwed for them, but they basically get a hard reset. They can open up the very next day after their bankruptcy is finalized under the same company name, and they got a clean slate. It's
Wow.
just that their credit is screwed with all whoever.
Right. And the rep. Do you want? Hi, we're Diamond. We're the new Diamond.
With a new diamond. Yeah, we're not the old guys. We're the new
We're not
guys.
the old Diamond. We're the new Diamond. Would you like to be? Would you like us to distribute your books? Would you like us to hold your books?
Well,
Don't worry, we don't own them. We don't own them.
but New Diamond is going to be what? Lanassa's going to grab it, and they're going to be New Diamond.
Oh, I don't think there's going to be another diamond. I mean, I think what'll happen is
And you Diamond.
you don't. I mean, Alliance companies, distributors like Alliance, I think, are sitting back just going, "Yeah, good. Go fuck yourself, Diamond. Keep going. All right, file Chapter 7." You know,
I want to make a new distribution company. We're going to call it
Emerald.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Emerald.
something like that. Yeah.
No, well, they'll call it New DSR.
Oh man, Glenn, new DSR.
Talk to Justin over here. Yes.
Fantasy Grounds Academy, was any of this accelerated by that distribution backup fiasco? Listen, I don't even know what that part of the fiasco is. There's been a lot of fiascos with this whole thing. Yeah, so I don't know. I do know, like, I heard through the grapevine that Goodman Games was also using Diamond,
Ooh,
and
ouch.
Goodman heard through another grapevine that the bankruptcy was impending, and he literally rented trucks, grabbed people, and had them drive down to the Diamond Warehouse and load up their shit days before the bankruptcy got filed.
Yeah,
So,
because the big thing with that is that the reason why Goodman probably was using Diamond was because a lot of game companies have to sign agreements with Diamond, not game companies like hobby shops and model shops, and their agreements is you cannot use another distributor. You have to use Diamond for your sole distributor. So you can't go independent. We run into that Wizard Tower. We'll reach out to a game shop and they'll say, "We're with distributor A or B, and we can't buy from you direct."
yeah. So,
So, what about all the indies out in the game community?
Well, the indies are different because they're just like mom and pop 1 and 2s. You want to buy a couple of copies, and a game shop's like, "Yeah, okay."
Okay.
Whereas with the full line game publisher, you have to have an agreement with them. They want net 30 terms. You have to have a legal agreement with them. In a lot of game shops can't deal with it. You have to actually go through their distributor.
Because I know in OKC here, there's at least the main game store won't carry anything unless it's carried by their distributor, which I think was Diamond.
Yeah, because they have an exclusivity agreement with that distributor.
That's what I'm saying. Then somebody comes along, like, say, I don't know, Labyrinth Lord, Goblinoid Games, or something like that. And they want to get in the shop. They can't.
No. They would have to go to their distributor.
Yeah. And it also means that that store can't go on to Kickstarter and go, oh, look, there's a retailer package. Let me back the retailer package. Not a viable alternative for them.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
And the thing is, what people don't realize is some of these distributors are so cutthroat. They don't care how much business you give them. You get caught doing it, they'll cut you. I mean, they will cut you. And the problem is distributors are go by geographical area in the United States. So if Diamond, or let's say ABC distribution, we'll just call them, if they handle your state and you get cut off, you're not buying D&D, Magic, Pokemon, you're cut off. And so game shops they treat you like you got the Black Plague when you walk in.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but I mean, it's just the way of the world.
I mean, a long time ago, I mean, as Fugly said, Game HQ, I go down there. If the distributor does not have the game, I can't order it.
Yep.
At all. We only carry stuff that's in our distributor. Yeah.
Yep.
Which is funny because they carry Frog God, but only Frog God's 5e stuff.
But the thing is, Dan Tesh makes up a point. But see, Dan, the thing is, the standard industry discount across the board, whether you deal with Diamond or whether you deal with Alliance, is 42%, upwards of 45 or 47%, and it depends if like Magic. Magic is usually 42. No, excuse me. I think Magic is 38, and RPGs are standard 42% discount. So the margins on games aren't even really there. That's why these game shops are so paranoid of getting cut off.
Yeah. So there's an article that I'm going to post in the chat because it's been asked what alternatives are there to Diamond. And the thing with Diamond is if Diamond didn't care if you were big or small, but other distributors are probably not going to be as forthcoming or so willing to grab, Glenn Hallstrom's comic book publishing company.
But see, that's what they do but that's just it, Eric. They will take you, but this is how they do it to you. It's your discount level, how they nail you.
Yeah.
And they've got like tiers. You're a tier level, and you look at to get the top discount, it's like I gotta buy like $75, $100 a month. And it's just that's how they nail you.
Yeah.
And it's just sad, but it's how it is. I mean, that's what they do to you.
And that's the reason why a lot of these companies, Goodman makes probably more profit, not just per sale, obviously, but probably in general off their e-store than they do off of games and distribution.
Do they print their own stuff?
I don't. They're not like
Troll. They're not the Trolls.
No, they don't have their own printing facility.
Okay.
But if you're buying directly from the publisher, they're keeping a larger chunk of the money that you're paying. Once it goes into distribution, you got to remember the distributor makes a profit, and then the store has to make a profit.
Yep.
So that means that the publisher, when you buy directly from the publisher, more of that money is staying with the publisher. So if you have a publisher that you really want to support, and they actually have an e-commerce store, that's a great way to support them. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you the reality of it.
But also, never be afraid if you see a game publisher and they got a retail online store. Never be afraid to send an email and go, "Hey, listen, I'm a hobby shop or a game shop. Do you offer terms for wholesale?" Because a lot of game publishers, even like with us, we will offer wholesale pricing.
Yeah. And you know what? That cutting out to distributors are to an extent a necessary evil.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can cut out the middleman, the publisher makes more money, the retail store makes more money, and
Yeah.
maybe in the end the consumer saves a few dollars. But
Yeah.
that's everybody on every level of this equation's got to take their chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
see, but
forget
that's how these big distributors though stop that from happening, and that is they control distribution of things from Wizards of the Coast,
yes.
which handles everything from Magic the Gathering on down to D&D, and those are essentials for game shops. So it's just dirty pool. It all is all it
Well, I
is.
believe that WotC now distributes for themselves, right? They no longer use Random House,
They don't use Random House, no.
so I think that they are distributing for themselves at this point, and I'm sure their profitability has increased per item. Just saying.
Yes.
Fantasy Ground Academy. I thought Steve would have tried to make some money during the global supply chain crisis. However, he would likely have had capacity. They were trying. The trolls were trying to get a larger. The trolls were trying to build a larger printing facility, and they were raising money for that, and then they stopped because it wound up not being feasible where they were looking to work.
Oh, they ended up not breaking ground.
They wound up not breaking ground. So yeah,
I think I know the true. I actually think I know the true story on that, and as I think the true story behind it is the tariffs on paper.
it could be. They were saying it was a licensing issue in the county that they were dealing with. That was for land use for the property that they had lined up. So
Yeah, but if it's a zoning issue, they can go ahead and they can go to the zoning board of appeals and get that taken care of. But yeah, because what happened was when the tariffs hit and the Chinese paper prices due to tariffs went through the roof,
mhm,
the U.S. paper mills responded by increasing their prices.
of course. So Dan says there was real estate acquisition issues. Yeah, I mean, and listen, I would suspect because I think I remember reading that update. I would suspect that there's the public issue, and then there are additional issues. Usually, these things are a snowball effect. It's not just
Yeah.
one thing that is the issue, but there's enough issues to make it no longer viable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling the viability, uh, got shut down with it.
And they already have a production plant anyways that does print and bind.
They do, but I guess they wanted to be able to do a greater capacity. I know they were talking about doing printing for other companies, but um, Steven said Troller Games uses U.S. paper supplier. I could be wrong, but the prices for U.S. paper went up.
Yeah, it went up. What they did is the U.S. paper mills responded because they went, okay, now we can raise our prices. And what they did is they calculated base paper price from China, added tariff. They took that level and they took their price and dropped it down a couple notches, and that's where they put their price at.
So like I know you had to do a third party printer for this one.
Yeah, my buddy out of Kalamazoo did that.
But you said you had another source of paper.
I have a U.S. source for paper, yes.
Yes,
because it's still cheaper no matter what than going to China because of the tariffs.
Okay, I thought they were screwing you, basically.
Well, they are kind of screwing you, but the thing is, paper's a commodity,
Right.
and the paper commodity reports come out the 23rd of every month. So that's why a lot of times when you go and you get a price for like I want 1,000 books from a book binder, their what they will do is their prices are only good for 30 days
Right.
because paper can paper does it's a commodity.
It
Looks like almost like
fluctuates.
an EKG. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So as Dan puts it, U.S. cost of paper spiked because it was a captive market. As long as they undercut China plus the tariffs, they could raise their prices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all that supply and demand thing. When you have more supply, like we're seeing this with gas prices across the country, all right, in the U.S.,
Yeah.
prices are coming down.
They are. Yes.
Now they're coming down. Why? Because there's a greater supply.
Yep.
And the demand hasn't changed. So when there's a greater supply and demand hasn't changed, now the prices got to lower to get people to purchase. So there's a balance. When supplies are tight and demand is high, it's going to cost you more. We've
Yep.
seen that. And of course, in the United States, every state and every locality throws their taxes on top of everything else.
Yep.
Which is why certain states, it's like, why is California $2 more than New York State?
And the thing is, what people don't get about and this is where the big problem with print and binding comes into play, because it's not, people think they talk about paper all the time, but what people really have not realized is the cost of ink since 2021 has tripled. The
Wow.
cost of binding glue has doubled. So, you got to factor in all of that into plus maintenance of the machines and all of this stuff. So, it is shellback bow says a buyer's market right now. Actually, shellback bow, when it comes to paper, it's not.
Right.
It is a supplier's market right now because of the tariffs. The tariffs are really taking all politics out of it. The tariffs have really hurt the bookbinding industry right now.
Yeah, and
they'll adjust.
well, they have adjusted,
but they
that's
do
the whole
adjust.
thing.
But that's just it, though. They go up.
Right.
I was trying to say it'll plateau sometime.
Well, but the plateau is where it's going to be. Then probably the new high water mark is going to be.
Yeah, paper's like 35,000. Okay, well, since the tariffs, it's now 70,000. So the U.S. suppliers go, we'll sell it for 60,000. Well, once all the tariffs are taken away and everything politically settles, paper suppliers will go, okay, we'll do it for 55,000. Well, it's still 20,000 more than what it was, So that's what Eric means by they'll settle all right, but it's still going to be more.
It never settles back to where it was.
No.
Okay, and that's not to get into like
gas. So
like when people go, well, I want prices to come down from inflation. No, once inflation brings up prices, they're where they're at. You don't generally see deflation. What you want is a plateau. You want to slow that rate.
Yes.
Because once that rate of inflation is slowed, then you can make predictions about your personal spending as a consumer. But if you're a business, then you can start making longer term predictions about your business plan.
Mm-hmm.
But when prices are going up, when inflation was hitting 8.5%, long-term planning goes out the window because there's too much fluctuation in it, and that scares businesses. It scares people on a personal level.
Yes.
So, and that's never good for an economy. Shellback, I still have ink for my printer from 2018 when I bought 25 sets for my inkjet printer for $125.
Oh, don't get me started.
Lucky you. Death Angel Shadow says ink is the one thing that's real hard to source domestically. It is. It's extremely hard because this is what they get you. We use 12 color press. So we don't have a CMYK. We have a 12 color, which has 3 different blacks, 2 different grays, the remaining is different colors. And the problem is the ink cartridges have a chip in them. So you cannot buy generic ink cartridges for the big 12 color presses. You have to buy Epson brand for your Epson brand printer.
They do that to the Joe like me too.
Yeah, but this is the big kicker also, because you're talking about a 12 color press that's $35,000. You have a plan with the company to maintain that for you. They'll come and actually maintain it and everything. When they come out and to maintain it, they'll pull the cartridges out and then they take a chemical sample and they'll run the chemical samples of the old ink wells that collect the excess ink, and they use specialized chemicals in their stuff that reacts. So they'll know if you're not using all of their own ink. And if you use outsourced ink, it voids your warranty and everything. They'll walk away.
Well, I went to laser. I had to go black and white laser because what drove me crazy about the inkjets was CMYK. All right, that's a fortune right there with the cartridges.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I mostly only do black and white. I'll just put the other ones are empty. I'll just put the black cartridges in it. It won't. You have to have four cartridges with ink in them.
Yep.
In the printer.
Yeah.
And that drove me freaking crazy.
But you know why that happens is because when you think that your ink, your printer is using only one of the cartridges when it prints black, no, it's using all of the colors.
That's then why would you have black in there?
Because you have to have true black to print black.
Yeah, it just doesn't make. Now they've got it. What are those things called? You hook up to the inkjets where it's
eco tanks.
Continual eco tanks.
Yeah, eco tanks. My CR2510 back there that Rob Conley, good man that he is, turned me on to. I have it in my home office.
Right. And the only downside for my laser is when I want to do my artwork on T-shirts, you can't do that with laser. You can't do that with toner. You have to
use a special printer for that.
No, you can buy the paper to, iron them on.
Oh, okay. So
you have to have the inkjet. You can't do it with toner. So, well, what are you going to do? Okay. I've done my rant this evening, so I'm fine.
If we had a bingo card, that would have been on it, but we don't.
Yeah. But that's how they trick you. They sell you the printer uber cheap. You're like, damn, that's a great deal for that printer.
It's the razor blade conundrum.
Yeah.
They're using that model, that business.
Yeah. And then you go buy the printer and you find out your ink set is $150 more than you paid for the freaking printer every single time. You got to go buy it.
Well, that was the whole Lexmark thing.
Exactly.
You buy a Lexmark.
That's why for shaving, I went to safety razors, the old safety razors. For $12, I can get 100 of blades off Amazon. It's like, hey, Gillette.
Chris Moneymaker, actually, a lot of printers do not have the ability to do modification turn off for true black or rich black on standard printers. Even on the now on the 12 color presses, we can utilize what they call true black, which means when we print black and white, it only pulls from the black and the gray and the black gray cartridges. So you can do that really easily with commercial printers, but I think on a lot of the home use ones, you can't turn that off, sadly. I don't think. You may be right.
I don't think I can turn it off on mine. It's an Epson. I don't think I can turn it off. A couple of years ago, I had an inkjet where you could, but yeah, no, they want you have you buy the inky balls essentially.
Shark Attack.
That's where they make their money at.
You're right.
I mean,
Dan, thank you for the recap for Chubby. That's awesome.
Shark Attack says get a straight razor. I've been looking for a straight razor.
That's right.
By
the way, Dan forgot about the straight razors for Chubby Funster.
Well, that's Chubby was here for that part.
I want a regular classic straight razor. Everyone I see in the catalogs now, they have. It's like the other one. They're blades. You change them out. No, I want one where I could strop it and just keep it sharp. Like they used to do.
I don't know, Greg. I gave them a modified, easier version of the hit by the 18-wheeler looking for the boot story. I didn't give my raspberry jam story. I saved that for later.
Uh-oh.
That's a holiday special, the raspberry jam. That's a holiday special.
Is that like listening to the Alice's Restaurant Massacre every Thanksgiving?
Yeah, kind of, maybe. It's like raspberry jam.
Yeah.
Just use it as a thought. Yeah. Well, here's the thing with me. Like, I used to love getting a nice close shave with wasn't a straight razor, but like one of the really high end bladed razors. And now that I'm on blood thinner, just like I got to go back to using electric because yes, raspberry jam is true horror. It is, Greg. I got to write that into an adventure one day. That's what I got to do.
Oh, we're going to have a talk probably tomorrow. I got to figure this out, what this raspberry jam story is now.
Oh, yeah. 2 weeks out of the academy, raspberry jam.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Let me ask a question real quick. I don't have to ask the story, but I always want to know one thing. Does it involve multiple stories and a human body hitting the concrete?
No.
Oh.
No. Not that one. No, not coming down and let me find every window ledge on the way down. That's not the one. Chubby, we need to set up a contest where if we hit a goal, Eric has to shave his entire head, hair, beard, ears, everything.
Hey, we could do that for WizardCon.
Eyebrows too?
No, I lost my eye when I had chemo. My eyebrows fell out. My mustache stopped growing, and my hair stopped growing, but it didn't fall out. So, but the rest of my body hair, I was like a baby skin.
See, I'm ready for chemo. See,
there you go. But
just embrace it, guys. Guess what? Shit happens. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you see, I mean, here's the thing. I wanted to do shave my shave my head for North Texas Midnight Auction, but they never went along and did it. So now my hair is going to be even longer. I'm just afraid the TSA won't let me through with a shaved head. They'll be like, "Who the hell is this?" Just saying. Eric, long hair and short beard reminds me a bit of the Gygax era Morty Kanan, when Morty still had hair in his head in the Jeff Easley drawing. Well, maybe. The problem is I'm not losing the hair, but I got all this gray, and only the mustache is kind of like grayless. I don't know why that is.
Hey, I know I wanted to talk about my book, but I want to show you something else that I have. That's a lot of fun.
A reach around, and it's not Rob Conley.
Well, at least he's got his pants on.
Yeah, thank you for wearing pants.
I have 3 of the 4 volumes of these.
Oh my God! Is that the DC Comics originals?
You bet.
Okay.
Well, hold the damn thing up so we can see it.
I will. Just give me a minute, all right? I was trying to show you. Well, here. Okay, fine. Dungeons & Dragons Classics. I'm still looking for the 4th volume. It's the entire run. See?
Very cool.
Jeff Grubb wrote some of those back in the day.
Yes, he did. They also have They also do the Forgotten Realms books and the Dragonlance books. And
now Ravenclaw. There's no way that WotC will do a Dark Sun that is anywhere near Dark Sun. So that's never going to happen. So I'm not shaving my hair for that.
Okay, real quick, Glenn, you said you're looking for the 4th one?
Yeah.
It's right now. It is on eBay right now.
Yeah, but for a fortune, probably. I think they're
$22.
That's not bad. I think I have $22. Send me the link.
I will do that.
All right. And the first volumes, these are the ones that have the first edition stats of the characters in them. In the back. It's usually every comic was one character, one monster, and one magic item statted out, which is nice. One of these days I'm going to use it. These are great comics.
No, they were fun back in the day.
I love these comics. Well, when I started reading them, see, what happened was we were taking a trip out to Seattle, I forget, the West Coast, and I stopped in a game/comic book store, and I needed something to read for the trip, and I grabbed this. And I was looking through it, and I'm going, God, this stuff reads just like a game at the table.
Yep.
You know, you've got a story arc with some characters, and it goes through and it has encounters and stuff. And then, like the next story arc, there may be a couple of the same characters, but then there's new characters. Like it's like having your players trade out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, Joe can't be here anymore, but I got a friend
who
can play that kind. And that's the way it felt. I mean, I could hear the dice rolling in the back of those stories. They're real fun. But
what about your book?
Mine's fun too.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. In fact, I asked you, but the reason I asked him about the printing before, because I said in the next printing, I can put my map in there, my world map. And people can see where the hell I'm getting my screwy ideas. And believe me,
Glenn, I have an idea.
What's that?
We could turn your map into a simple downloadable PDF, and you can either have it in the book or just go ahead and just let people have it as part of the book. Like if they purchase the book, they get a copy of the PDF.
It's just a single page PDF. Yeah, that'd be no problem. Yeah, I could do it with. I've got one that's plain, and I got one with hexes laid over it. So you could do one, you know, with the PDF. Anyway, hardcover with map in the cover. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm not at that level yet, Death Angels.
Or he's asking that of Chubby, but Chubby does print on demand, so you're not going to get that either yet.
Well, the thing is the problem is you're dealing with a 5.5 by 8.5 book that's 206 pages?
204.
204.
Yep.
So in order to get that where it's worth the putting in hardcover, you have to bring it to 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10, which will take that page count down to about 80 pages to 60 pages.
Yeah, you have to go full size with that, right?
Yeah.
Although I thought I've seen some.
Hey, Agile Monk, how you doing, my friend?
Yep.
I'm thinking of the Tolkien stuff, so never mind.
But putting even in a soft cover, we can go ahead and print inside the cover easily.
Oh, yeah, I never thought. Even with Perfect Bound?
Yes, when they open up the cover, it'll be in the cover and on the first page.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's easy peasy, especially our new equipment we're getting. Easy peasy doing that kind of stuff.
After the first of the year, as soon as I can get it back to them, we will have autographed copies on sale.
Awesome sauce.
Yep.
David Thompson wants you to make an adventure module based on your book.
Probably do that.
Oh, Glenn, that's easy. I've read your book multiple
Although I'm not the one to write it.
Is that a hint?
That's throwing it out there.
He's throwing it out there. He's throwing it out there. By the way, Shellback, actually, yeah, you could increase the chance of a random encounter with the Doom.
It's like I'm sorry.
I like to hit people hard. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, the reason I have other people do it is because I do stuff like, I come up with a monster, but I won't stat it. I'll have somebody else stat it because I can't decide what's what.
So you need level 2 editing.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I said, like the movement. The movement is statted out in a book somewhere, but I didn't do the stats.
Yeah.
I just wrote the description and gave them
But I will tell you something about Mr. Hallstrom down below when it comes to editing that I found refreshing. Is I thought that I chopped his book up pretty much a lot with a lot of red ink, and he was very open and easy to work with editing.
Like I told you, I did like 99% of your stuff is still in the book.
Yeah, and that's nice because, it's nice when you're talking with somebody and they're willing to listen to ideas and such.
I'm always afraid of getting a hold of the editor who underestimates the intelligence of the public out there.
Yeah.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I will say so.
Readers will tear the shit out of your stuff. They are sharp, especially if they like your work.
I mean, I can elaborate on stuff if you want me to. That's fine, but I'm not going to talk down to the reader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That drives me crazy when I'm reading.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do it to that.
Yeah. Don't write arrogantly.
Yeah. Don't assume you're talking to 5-year-olds. You know,
Well, 12-year-olds.
12-year-olds. Well, this is 13 to 18 rated on Amazon. So,
My God, Glenn.
hey,
13 to adult on up, rated on Amazon and Barnes.
Oh,
no, it says 13 to 18 on the
18 plus.
Yes, but that's the
18
thing with Amazon. Amazon 18 plus is adults up. If it was 18 plus only, it would mean nobody under 13 would be able to purchase the book.
Uh-huh. Ooh, any chance that gets shared on DTRPG in the future? What, you mean a module out of this? Could be. Hey, that's an idea.
What?
I'll have Bad Mike do it.
Yeah.
They're always doing it, one for every
con.
con.
Well, you better let them know now because the con's in like
him and who's the other guy?
It's getting tight.
Tom Wilson.
Yeah. I just
but you better be able to go boom as opposed to get it done. You're already saying you can write it without the stats. You better give them something, Glenn. You better work on it now.
a copy of the book, for crying out loud.
You're not going to get it. It won't be done for this year. I can guarantee you that. They're already working on it.
I mean, I'm not on a timeline. Okay.
Okay, Glenn, I have a question about your book. Tell everybody about what your book is about. You have never told everybody what is the overall premise and plot line of your book.
Yeah, as Jim Kitchen would say, give us the elevator pitch.
I thought I already gave that elevator pitch a long time ago.
Give it now. Give it now. Don't wait till you get home. Give it now.
Okay, I came up with a premise, and this is what I added on or acted upon. I have an adventuring party who are basically I treat like detectives. Okay, but they're also an adventuring party, and they have been hired by this one entity to find a fairy out there that went out with one of their they deal with furs, and he went out as a guard on one of their caravans, and they don't know what happened to him. He got lost, and the person who hired him, his secretary, is his sister or his wife. I'm sorry, and so that was what they were contracted to do. In the course of the tale, they find people like keeping separate books on stuff. They were blaming the orcs outside of this town, but the town already took care of the orcs, and they're finding all these holes in the guy's story, all these holes in the whole thing, where they have to find out what the hell's going on. That's about as basic as I can put it.
Okay.
It sounds like it. I know it sounds like a typical D&D plot, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I elaborated from there, and the attitude is, it's done first person like a detective novel. I'm also I also threw kind of I don't know, it's a teaspoon of Indiana Jones in there.
Yeah, it's got a little humor to it also.
It's got pulp stuff. It's got adventure. It's got humor. It's got. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, Don. Yeah, okay, you're right. Yes, it does have humor in it. Yes. I can't help it. I'm a dry humor kind of guy.
Yeah.
No, really?
It is also available on BarnesandNoble.com.
That's right. Barnes & Noble and Amazon.
BN.com.
Coming to Books A Million soon.
Yes.
Yeah, I got links up to both of them right now. Amazon, I believe, will get you the book most likely if you are a Prime. If you got Prime, you'll get it before Christmas. Barnes & Noble is after Christmas.
Yes, Barnes & Noble's after Christmas.
So did they do the EPUB thing?
We do. Barnes and Noble, we convert to EPUB and we give it to them.
Okay.
They approve the EPUB and then they put it up on EPUB. But EPUB
Right.
usually takes maybe about 1 to 2 weeks after the physical book is up.
Because you were telling me that like Kindle was five weeks or more.
Well, Kindle's 5 weeks, but Eric, hold on. I want to give the guy ample credit. Jeremy Fowler Linmolder.
Oh, Fugly.
Oh, is that Fugly?
Yes.
Fugly. Now that I know who the hell he is, Fugly went ahead and sent me a couple of links that will help us get the Kindle version converted quicker. Thank you, by the way, Fugly.
Really?
I did, yes.
Right
I take every little bit of help I can get. It's everybody helps everybody out. Everybody
It's a
wins.
community, okay?
Yes, it is.
The Taverners, as I like to call them, the Taverners are some of the most helpful, sharing, will call you on your shit people that you will ever find.
Yes, and I will give Fugly one thing. Fugly has been ultra supportive, ultra patient, a stand-up guy, stand-up customer of mine. So,
So Fugly, if you want to get that coloring book in print, you might want to reach out to Don.
Yeah.
There's a lot of personalities from the Tavin's extended family involved.
Mr. Tenkar.
Well, what me? Oh, yeah.
Well, the link you put up for my book there, is that an affiliate link that you will?
For Amazon, it is. For Barnes and Noble, it isn't.
I believe Barnes and Noble. Don't you have to be approved for affiliate links through BN?
Yeah, so it isn't. It's just a regular link.
Oh, okay.
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. If you order by Amazon, Eric gets a bit of a kickback for the channel.
Yes.
The reason, and actually, the reason why I went with the Amazon link too, it's also a link shortener. I was like, there's no link shortener built in for Barnes and Noble.
No. And also the nice thing is if you want it before Christmas, you can get it before Christmas if you are an Amazon Prime member.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be there, even though Barnes and Noble say 2 to 4 days. I'm sure they say that just standard.
Oh, yeah, but they do. But they also say right on the site, will not arrive before Christmas.
Yeah.
True.
So
your host, if you go, discouraging sales.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's flipping literally 6 days before Christmas. I mean, I remember when I was a teenager, I would go to the bookstore and order my Conan novels, and I was absolutely thrilled when they said come back in 10 days. I was like, yes, that's fast. Nowadays, people are like, I ordered it this morning. Why can't I have it tonight?
But come on. Amazon does same day delivery. Why isn't this same day delivery?
And I believe Barnes and Noble, I don't know if you're a member of their club or whatever, but they will give you a 10% discount.
My wife gets her teacher discount, and I'm a member of them. So,
okay.
Thank you, Shellback Bo. I try to be pretty decent guy, nice to people.
But by the way, Mr. O'Hyan, I'm just gonna let you know something. Driving from New York to Michigan, I knew when I entered Ohio, when the highways turned to shit. Just saying. Sure, you have a great state, but man, your road maintenance system sucks.
Michiganders and HD. You know what? That'd be pretty cool monster, man. Michigander, 2-hit dice.
Frost resistance. I like that.
Yeah, especially now because it's like literally yesterday at 6:00 it was 51 degrees, raining. All the ice and snow was melting. By midnight, it was -5.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Michigan.
By the way, did you send me that eBay link?
No, I have not. I was going to do it after the channel, but I'll send it to you right now.
We're shopping during the show, Glenn.
He wants his bloody book.
I just want to make sure. That's all.
Hold on one second.
The problem dealing with me is I say things as they come into my mind.
Glenn, Mr. Impatient. I want my book right now, Don. So I'll go ahead and drop everything you're doing. I'll get his book right now.
We're talking about Diamond Distributing. What are you talking about, Tune? Is it because it was on? I just thought of it. That's why.
Do.
Okay. or something like
So,
that.
so when we talk about squirrel, that's Glenn. Okay.
Hey, Eric, I got a question for you real quick. What do you think of cop TV shows?
No, we're not going there now.
Don't start that again.
Don't start that. Don't start that. Don't start that. We ain't getting there.
And Glenn, real quick, do not give that person what they want for that book. Whenever you go to eBay and it says or best offer,
Yeah.
always try to lowball their ass. You never know. You might get a
I
bite.
usually do, I try to lowball, especially if the shipping is outrageous. But hey, it's worth a try. You know,
The shipping on this one is it's $12.80. UPS Ground Advantage from New Jersey.
Yeah,
This guy's
have
screwing
a
you.
post office for crying out loud.
You can ship it. What you'll do is this. Okay, you'll pay the $12.80 for shipping, and then he'll ship it via media mail for $4.25.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
A box was costing me $8.
He'll throw it in. It's a comic book. He'll throw it on.
Oh yeah,
unpadded at that.
Unpadded. What, medium meal? You want medium meal?
But Eric, let me ask you a question. What do you think of my shipping and the way I box things up?
Oh, you're anal to the core, and I like that. By the way, Shellback says nowadays we not only accept how bad our road construction is, we take it as a point of pride.
Well, you have to understand something. Like in Michigan, Eric, every spring these orange flowers grow up on the road. They're like these round cones. They're orange and white. And there's millions of them all over the roads in Michigan. And they usually stay through about halfway through winter, then go away through the spring, and they come back early summer.
During the winter, peas grow there. Are you kidding?
Are you talking about when driving becomes like a video game from like the 80s? You're driving. Oh, gotta change the lane. Oh, must change the lane. And for some strange reason, they switch which lane is the passing.
Yes, that's the fun.
Why do you do that? It's like passing lane is on the right. It's like slow traffic, stay to the left. My New York brain doesn't understand that.
Because in Michigan, they say, listen, if we're going to go ahead and make your 5 or your 15-minute trip take you 2 hours, we might as well make it fun for you as possible.
I have more. Look, Oklahoma's the same. They're constantly fixing the roads. And, I have more respect for my back and hips.
Well, I'll give you an example. On Monday, on my birthday, I had to drive to Bloomfield Hills, Michigan to meet a guy. Mm-hmm. And my GPS said 1 hour, 50 minutes, about 2-hour drive from Battle Creek to Detroit. It took me 3 hours and 25 minutes to get there because road construction. Wow. I was just like.
So Fugly just told me he shipped me a bag of dicks. So I would assume that these are minis that he printed for the Penosaurus. Now I am going to have to make sure that Penosaurus, the Attack of the Penosaurus adventure, is ready to be run.
All right. Oh, and for WizardCon, I believe Tom Verult is putting together a sci-fi module. And right now, me and Tim Kask have been quietly working on another large module that we've been quietly working on together.
Nice.
So there will be 2 con modules at WizardCon, a fantasy-based one and a sci-fi-based one.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very nice.
I gotta say, this is going to be the only year where I can say, you know what, I got a bag of dicks and I was happy.
Merry Christmas, Eric.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Here's a bag of dicks for everybody.
Usually Santa
You get a dick. You get a dick.
You'll be like Oprah Winfrey. You get a dick. You get a dick.
Well, if you're playing this game, you get a souvenir.
Yeah. Well, Santa gives good boys and girls presents. Krampus gives bad people bags of dicks.
I thought he gave coal, but all right.
No. Santa gives the coal. I think the coal is kind of a signal to Krampus to come down.
Don't eat that bag of dicks. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Greg.
What if they're deep fried?
It just got quiet in here.
Like I said, I'm an
I'm
expert.
overclamped. I can't handle myself.
Like I
This
said,
coffee has been sitting on my desk for 4 days now, but I think I'll take a drink of it now.
If there's something growing in it, don't ask me.
I've said before, I'm an expert at sucking the air out of a room.
I thought you were going to say something else, Glenn, and I'm glad you did.
I bet you did.
Well, we could go back to that video from earlier.
Yes. I think you're still on the air. Oh, what?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Don.
See, folks, again, going back to the beginning of this episode, when we were talking about why we do the live streams, we do them because we enjoy doing the live streams. We enjoy doing them with each other. And most importantly, we enjoy doing them with you. Mm-hmm. Your feedback, your responses, your questions, your comments. If you find us at a convention, these are the people that you already know.
Yes.
Okay. We might not know you. When you walk up and you go, Tenkar, I'll be like, yeah.
I'll be honest, I did not know Fugly who he was.
But that's the thing. If you introduce yourself as, hi, I'm Norman, I was like, well, who are you online? Oh, well, I am, Bag of Dicks. I don't know who Bag of Dicks is, right?
I've got my new internet handle. Oh boy.
So that's how we get to know you. And my story on this, years ago, before the year the world came to a standstill, I was at Game Home with my wife Rach, and we're online getting breakfast, and we're just chatting, and then from about 20 feet behind me online, I hear, "Are you Tenkar?" Because he knew my voice from the podcast. Well, and that's great. He came over, introduced himself, and that was awesome. By the way, that's the currency we thrive on. If you want to know how do you feed one of us, just tell us, hey, we watch your show, we enjoy it, because that feedback is it isn't fertilizer, it is food. Okay, yes. And that's really is awesome.
One thing I always wanted to do at convention is, and I haven't been able to do it because I haven't had enough, is like, I got my hat here, but I always wanted to go around and be like the guy who hands out dice bags, and they're all Crown Royal bags. But I have not been able to get anybody who can give me like a quantity where I can take them to, hey, who needs a dice bag? But what would really be nice if I can get those T-shirt guns, stuff.
Oh, that fire them?
Boom, yeah. Who needs a dice over there? Boom, that kind of thing. But I'd rather just throw them out. I love doing that,
I'll have to order. The Crown Royals are going to be hard, but you may be able to hey, let's go to. By the way, Amazon is doing its own Temu shop. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm sure they've got dice bags on it.
Temu. Amazon Temu.
Amazon has its own Temu-like shop.
Yeah, it's kind of seconds. It's like an Ollie's Temu discount.
Okay. About the warehouse and all that, and
buy it in quantity, that type of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I've been trying. I tell everybody that Crown Royal's the official dice bag of the OSR. Really, and I keep saying that on air. I keep hoping somebody from like Crown Royal will get a hold of me. It's like, hey, send me to your cons. I'll hand out the dice bags. So sponsor me, basically.
Dan, you gotta wade through Amazon these days.
Yeah. I remember earlier the earlier cons I went to, there was this one guy who was hired by Steve Jackson Games to run GURPS at cons.
Oh, GURPS. There's a game I haven't played in a while.
He'd have the GURPS startup, have copies of those, and he'd hand them out. And it's like, okay, we're going to play GURPS and show people how to play GURPS.
Yeah, it's like giving drug addicts their first hit. That's what he's trying to do.
I mean, they have fun. He hands out the rules. They can keep the rules. And Steve Jackson would send him around to cons doing that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Nice work if you can get it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're $10 a piece at Crown Royal.
Yeah.
I'd rather buy the booze.
Well, I used to have a line for a couple of like bartenders who was like, yeah, I got about 50 of them. You want them? That kind of thing. But anyway, yeah. Crown Royal. And I like drinking Crown Royal too.
No, not a bad deal. So
It has good flavors.
So this is the last Triple D of 2025. We will be back on second of January. Some quick housekeeping, quick things. Next week there is no Talking Crit on Christmas Eve, the 24th, Wednesday. Because my family thinks they're Italian, even though we're German. We celebrate both days. Don't ask. I don't tell. But we're going to be doing it on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Okay? So if you want to see Christmas shenanigans, that's where you're going to see it. Don, I'm assuming that we don't have a Thursday show next Christmas.
We do not have a Thursday show next week.
We don't. So you won't be finding the vlog of many things on Thursday night.
Yes.
The random party should be, Greg, I'm notifying you early, should be next Friday. It will be probably a very random party as the last one of the year. We may pull some extra, names out of the hat. New Year's Eve is going to be insane. I'm letting you know ahead of time.
Vlog of many things will be happening like a week after New Year's.
Yep. We're going to have it on New Year's Day.
I don't think so. Are we?
No, we're not. No, that's right, we're not. So it'll be the 8th.
So we're going to be off for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
So.
All right. So New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. Talking Crit will be on from 8 to, I may call it a little bit early, so let's say 9:45. All right. Then he's old man Grognard, old man bartender over here, is probably going to take an hour-long nap because we'll be doing a very special Gamers Health at 11:30. If you wish to join us, you have 2 ways to do so. You can watch. We'll be on from 11:30 Eastern until about 1:15 Eastern. So we get New York time and Central time in for the new year. But if you go to this channel's postings, that community tab or whatever they call it, I will put up a link to the Restream recording link. Because we will bring people in from the community, in addition to people like Don and Glenn and our normal. We want to make it a community event. Okay, I discussed this with my wife, Rach, and we want to bring in whoever wants to join us with this. Now, I am quite sure there's going to be a lot of co-hosts on earlier that night on the regular Talking Crit, but you will probably get to see people that you don't normally see. You just see them typing in the chat. You'll get to see them on screen, and we may rotate people in and out. You don't have to stay for the hour and a half. You stay as long as you're enjoying yourself and, sleep, the wife, the kids, the spouse aren't calling you to get off and spend time with them. So that's the game plan for New Year's Eve. Okay. So very much, I hope, community-oriented.
And also, thank you also to you and Glenn for allowing me on these last many weeks on tonight's show.
little secret, a little peek behind the screen here. Jim Kitchen wasn't intended to be a regular. Okay, Jim came on. We had him on one time, and then Jim did a great job. And Jim found out that he liked doing it. So Jim was like, "Hey, do you mind if I come on next week?" Or I was like, "No, come on." And then after he was on for a couple of weeks, he's like, "Do you think you can put my name on the thing?"
That was for Talking Crit, wasn't it?
Talking Crit.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the Triple D, you're going to see that Don's name
You are.
is on.
Nice, thank you.
So Don is with us until Don tells us he's no longer with us. Assuming,
Oh, you're stuck with me then.
yeah, all right, we're stuck with him.
Yeah,
So we just,
be our Wampler.
you know,
Sorry.
we literally,
Have I been adopted?
we've been, kind of been adopted. Okay, Glenn and I make a nice couple. There's a little bit of age difference, but that's okay. Folks, there's a synergy. There is all of the live streams that you see that appear on this channel. None of these connections are forced. They're all natural. They are all organic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why they work as well as they do. And that's what you should be looking for in your gaming group. As an aside, I'm going to do a little pivot here. Because today's collab with Joe and Joe was about gatekeeping in the hobby. Okay. And I think that if we don't use the word gatekeeping, I'm going to use the word curation. Your gaming table, whether it's online or whether it's home, you should curate like a fucker, because that is I hate to use this term, a safe space for people to game and not worry about being judged, being offended, being anything other than spending an excellent time with others with similar interests.
Let me lightly rebut.
Okay.
I understand your sentiments.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand a safe space. I understand. But as far as like gatekeeping or whatever you want to call it, I still don't like it because it can get it can be taken too far. And all of a sudden,
I'm not saying they can't.
We're locking people out of a game because you don't know.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying, Glenn. And by the way, Agile, thank you very much. 12 months supporter of the channel, and
Nice.
and $10 in the tip jar. Thank you, Agile, much appreciated. What I am saying is, your gaming group has its own, just like we have our own personalities here.
Yeah.
They all have to mesh, right?
Yeah.
They all have to mesh. So when I started doing online gaming groups, and I was suddenly the DM / person that was kind of organizing it, my official rule was, hey, if you have, and Greg could attest to this because we were in that initial group, is that, hey, if we want to add somebody to this group, they get like a 1 or 2 session trial.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to know that it's a trial. And if anybody in the group says, yeah, no, they don't fit, they don't fit. Right. That's what it comes. That's what I'm saying about curating your table.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, like, well, you know what, this guy's an asshole, but we let him in, he's got to stay.
I can dig the curating part.
And that's why I called it curating when I talk about your table.
Yeah, that's because safe space, things like that. But yeah, I'm not above, as a GM, I'm not above kicking somebody out of the game that just does not work out with the group, however it is.
But but I didn't want it to be all on me because it's not just me. Maybe one person, whatever, gets offended by what this person's talking about. Doesn't offend me, so that should be. And I know it's kind of like, that's like blackballing somebody. Yeah, essentially it is. But usually, it also means that when you want to invite somebody into that group, you're consciously thinking, how are they going to fit with everybody else? And we never had a problem with anybody getting told you're not returning.
Right.
Because the people that we invited, we spend time in our head saying, how are they going to work in this environment? Are they going to fit? Now, I don't believe in gatekeeping people out of the hobby.
Exactly.
The whole bad, wrong, fun thing.
That's what I'm
I
talking
think the OSR needs new growth, new people. I love to see younger
Yeah.
players coming into the OSR. People that are refugees from Pathfinder and 5 or 5.5.
Bring in the lost children into the
Yeah,
fold.
you know,
The lands.
I have people that are commenting on videos that are like, "Hey, listen, I started playing with fifth edition, and I was watching, the live plays, and I came in with that, and now I'm finding the OSR. That's
Good.
you don't have to. You don't get bonus points for being around since 1980.
Yeah.
Maybe I 1980. I have knowledge I can share, but I want to bring new people in. I want new people to. It's
Yeah.
the only way this type of gaming is going
Well,
to survive when 20
let,
years in a line when we're not here.
let me just leave it at this. Curating is fine. People have got a mesh. You have to have a safe space, do whatever you want, however you want it. But the minute somebody says to me or another player, you're playing this wrong, out.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm trying to say. Is you don't tell another person how to play.
No, you don't.
You don't tell them they're playing it wrong. There is
Right.
no wrong in role-playing games.
There is no wrong in role playing, but there is probably a right way to play at your table.
Well, it's all it's all about getting
It's all
along.
about compatibility. It's all about compatibility.
People
I
do
don't
it.
want somebody who is stuck in a 5e mode of I want to roll the detect lie. Well, what do you mean I can't roll the detect lie? So no, it's our game. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there should be rules for that. You're not going to fit the table. Yeah, that's the compatibility issue.
No,
But it doesn't mean that there isn't a table that's right for that person. There should be. They should be allowed to find what fits for them. What I'm saying is the group shouldn't have to change their methods, their ways, their culture because you're adding somebody else to it. The person that comes in should be a good fit and assimilate. And then if they're not looking to assimilate, then they should find a group that fits their needs.
It's not the job of the GM and the other players to fit to that player.
Exactly. Yes, Dan says there's wrong at the individual table. Yes. Listen, I have different play styles depending on which GM I am playing under. And how Greg runs a game and how Rob Conley runs a game, Tim, Joe the lawyer, myself, we all run things differently, but we're all still in that same general area. We can all adapt and it all works.
I've had to kick a player out of one of my game once. Once is too much, but I had to do it. And I hope to God I never have to do it again. But it has
nobody likes doing that. I mean, it's not something that's enjoyable.
It has to happen sometimes. I mean, this guy had been playing with us for like at least a year and a half. So he was in the group, but he was really getting annoying to some people. And then he was getting annoying to me. And I had to do something about it. He sat right next to me, and I catch him peeking around my GM screen.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
that don't fly with me at all.
You're done.
You're done. I mean, he was trying to tell other people how to play, and another person was getting mad, and I was going like, oh, we're going to have to do this. And then he did that, and it's like, that's it. You're out.
Yep.
You don't look at my stuff.
And here's the other thing that we don't really discuss much, but if my table is, I don't know, my VTT table or in somebody's dining room, that's one thing. When you're playing at a game store and you're running games, guess what? you are there representing the game store to some extent. You
Yes.
generally have to have an open table. Now, I went through that, and the only time we had an issue was the guy who came up and wanted to play and they didn't know anything about OSR or Swords and Wizardry, and that was fine. I was running the light rules. They wanted to play their flying halfling with wings, with
Yeah.
magics. You already know where that's going to go. And what we did with that was, well, we can't. You literally are in that. How do we tell this person that they're not welcome back for the next session? Well, we just simply moved the night of the next session without telling this person. Hate to say that. I know. We were in our 50s, and it's like, you're acting like kids. You know what? Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor.
Valor, yep.
And that was a lot nicer.
Oh, you want to hear the epilogue to that story about the guy kicked out? A year and a half or so later, I started taking Gage to the game store on Saturdays to play Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
He was into Pokemon. Guess who's in a 5e game, like on the other side of the game room? That guy. And he saw me. That was kind of hard to deal with. But I did.
Go Pound Sand. We don't care about your kid.
I mean, he would play Pokemon. I'd sit there and prep for my next game, just keep an eye on him. But it's like, that was a little awkward.
Well, and one place you're not going to gatekeep is at a convention table, because you don't choose who's going to sit at the table with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as a DM, you're going to cater to the majority of those at your table, while still trying to engage those on the periphery. And it's a lot different than running other sessions.
You know what's so funny about conventions?
What?
You don't really have to kick anybody out.
No.
The players will kick themselves out a lot of the times.
Yeah. By the way, Greg, I love you, man. But, yeah. I had to kick Eric out of my game because he couldn't move his token fast enough. Everyone else was 200 feet down the hall. Eric is still standing at the dungeon entrance. Give him the boot. I'm not going to... I can't defend myself.
Joe Stone wants to know, is there any Gangbuster updates?
Mark Hunt did a Gangbuster update in his forum. Books will be shipping out probably tomorrow.
Okay. Did you clear the post office thing up?
Yeah.
Good.
In fact, I'll even go further, Joe Stone. In the little forum and also in the Gamebusters group, I'm making a special video with tracking numbers. Don't give it away, Glenn. But it's a very interesting update.
Oh, I should watch this.
Oh, you're going to love my video when I make it. Because you know.
Oh, I know. I know.
So
I may have nothing to do with it, but the
Gangbusters fiasco will be cleared up tomorrow, the 20th.
So that's what you didn't know.
All right. So, hey, if you want to, just saying, usually when there's a collab, there's two people involved in the process. If you hit collab on that video and send me the invite, it will show up on my channel's feed. You get the views. Yes.
I'll have to do that.
So because when JoJo and I do the collabs, we are all showing up on each other's feeds.
Ah, interesting. I'll have to collab with you then.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, if it's gonna be that interesting. Yeah, I know. You didn't kick me out. You just yelled at me and embarrassed me in front of the rest of the group.
Yep. And Chris Lundgren, by the way, real quick, credit is credit due. Chris Lundgren has been 100% supportive and patient. Let me just put it this way. It rarely does a person get to have 2 or 3 people in a forum get as nasty as a couple people have about you, and then you get to do something that absolutely makes them eat crow. And that's happening tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. Trust me. I'll fill you in after the video, Eric.
Is this crow like deep fried? Is it
deep fried?
Like the bag of dicks?
Fried crow. Ricardo, flying halfling with I think it was like a +5 first level characters, by the way. But he already had the halfling he wanted to bring. I am open to a lot of things. Open to a lot of things. Power, being an OSR player, power gaming isn't one of them. It's not on
Yeah,
my list.
not on my list.
Chris, thank you. How Don has been treated through the
Oh,
gangbusters.
thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Treated unfair. Yes, he has.
And by the way, just to clarify something with the gangbusters fiasco, is unwarranted and on my own. I sent out to the hardcover people that have their orders missing soft covers of the gangbusters, both copies of the books. And many people were very, very pleased about that and gracious for that. But like in Mark's web forum, there was that one or two that just frankly didn't give a care. So I can't wait for tomorrow. It's gonna be great. Trust me. Everybody's tracker will be getting trackers. It'll be like a big party.
Yeah, just
Eric, look at your PM on Facebook.
just message me.
I just saw that on my phone.
Just message me my tracker.
Yeah.
So, folks, if you're on if you are subscribed to this channel, Don's video will pop up in your subscription feed. Now, by the way, if you enjoy these live streams, and you're going to be seeing Don if you're watching on my feed twice a week, if you're enjoying these live streams, I'm going to suggest that you subscribe to Don's channel.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I mean, we only pick the finest. I mean, Greg, you get Greg the Chubby Funster every other week on Fridays. So I mean, Greg is awesome. And Greg's channel, if you haven't subscribed to Greg's channel, the Chubby Funster channel, please do subscribe. So. Glenn has to do more. By the way,
don't you do a Monday? You do pretty much every year, like a Monday live, or you were for a long time.
Yeah, it's you, Glenn.
Yeah, you were doing a Monday live.
Yeah, I've been kind of shy lately.
Oh, so but he shows up on my shows.
Suggestion.
That's because I got somebody to talk to on here.
Do this. Do a 15-minute video series where for 15 minutes you read part of your book in character voices. And then the following week you do 15 more, or do one chapter at a time per video. You're a character actor. You got the multiple voices and all that.
Okay. By the way, Chris wants to take Don to Disneyland if he comes.
Hell yeah! If I ever get out to California, I'll take him up on that.
I grew up 20 minutes away from Disneyland.
I've never been to Disneyland. Never.
And I hear it's pricing everybody out just like Walt Disney World. But that's another story. Disney. You know what's so funny? I grew up with Disneyland, and even my later years, I never have been to California Adventure. I always just go to Disneyland. I just want to see if Chris knew that, but yeah, that's so yeah. Have good fun at Disneyland, and they're gonna take your wallet, man.
Really? They're gonna take your wallet.
Is that
not as bad as Disney World, I hear? But did you know that there's still it's way after COVID, right? And at Disneyland, they're still saying you have to have a reservation to go there a day. And they started that
pull up to the gate.
No, it's like you gotta get on the website or whatever. It's like, okay, you're coming Thursday, you're set up for Thursday. I don't know why they're still that was COVID. COVID started that, and they never took it away. Yes, it is.
That's a lot of things that have happened during COVID, and that they just. Thank you, Eric, by the way, for sharing the link.
Yep.
A lot of things happened during COVID, and like there's places in, like, me and my wife go to a Moroccan place called Shawarma King, and there's an Italian restaurant across the parking lot. During COVID, they went to takeout orders only, and even today they're still takeout only now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Disneyland. I used to go when I was in my young adult era. I didn't have a car, so I take the bus once a year to Disneyland just to see what was new. And I used to go with, like, say, I don't know, $30, and I come home with 20.
Isn't like $30 now the cost of a hot dog at Disneyland?
I think so. I don't know.
No, but it is a page.
And that stupid Genie and Lightning Lane stuff where what I hate is they do that so you can stay on the phone.
Thank you, Chris.
Constantly on the app. And it's like, if I go again, I refuse to do that. I'll stand in the damn line. I don't care. But,
Glenn, you're getting mean in your old age.
I'm getting very mean. My wife
but seriously, Glenn, I'm going to lecture you in front of everybody. You should have a regular time and day, but make sure it's a regular time and day so people know you're having it. And you should have the series where you read in character one chapter in a sitting for people. I think I'd listen to it. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
I will
do it.
Figure it out for 10, 12 minutes. I mean, I think that would be a good.
I was going to do it for the holidays. Did you know that on LibriVox there is a recording of A Christmas Carol by me?
I listened to it last week.
Did you? How was it?
You sound different back then. I had to look at the date.
I do.
And that was back in like 2008 when you made those audios. And you actually sound a lot more. You sound different than you do. Maybe it was the recording equipment you were using and it toned your voice down.
That's probably right. You're probably right on that. But thank you for listening. I mean, I did all kinds of character voices on that one.
Yes, you did. I love A Christmas Carol. It's my favorite Dickens
I'll give you a secret. When I was reading, was it the fourth stave with the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come? Mm-hmm. And he ended up in that pawn shop or whatever where they were the guy who was running it. When I did his voice, I took my teeth out.
Really?
Yeah, I would read his lines and slap the teeth in and do the rest of it, and then I just edit out, me pulling the teeth out. So, yeah, you really needed to know that. But anyway, there it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
fun things we learn.
I should probably redo that sometime.
That would be great for a video, dude. Yes.
Yeah, but I could do like that on here and just sit here and say, "Stave what?"
Yes.
It's weird. I didn't think my voice changed all that much over the past.
Oh, you're very much toned down back then. You're more, and it's maybe just age. You're more gruff sounding now, more rough. But then again, it could have been the software and the post editing that they did to it too.
That's possible because I had a crappy setup. I mean, that's why I stopped doing the Old Man Grognard videos that I put on here, because at the time my setup was so crappy. I said, I'm not doing it for a while. But now I can.
Yep.
Go figure. Oliver Twist or A Tale of Two Cities. I've done some chapters of Oliver Twist. That's on LibriVox too. Everybody go over to LibriVox.org. There's a lot of public domain stuff.
Yes, there is.
Read by a lot of people. I've done stuff there. I've done some Lovecraft over there. Poems, things like that. So check it out. It's a really nice place.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have to give me something. So I'm going to throw up a link for something that I have just started re-listening to. Probably haven't listened to this in, 2 decades. So I forgot how good it was.
Here, put that up there.
But Hitchhiker's Guide
Radio Show. Yeah, that's where it started.
My God, it is awesome.
It is.
And putting up the LibriVox.
There you go. LibriVox.org. Just Google Glenn Hallstrom or Smokestack Jones.
Smokestack Jones.
Yeah, either one will turn up all the stuff I did there. It's so funny when what's that site? Wiki. Was it? No, it was. What's the site with all the? It's like the Internet Archive.
The Wayback Machine.
No, Aldous. They have all these public domain books that that's what.
Albus.
Albus, yeah. I don't know if it was that or Wikipedia put up. What is it? Arthur Conan Doyle's The Speckled Band, Sherlock Holmes story. I did a recording of that, and it was probably the worst recording I ever did. And somebody said, here's somebody reading it, and it's me. And it's like,
yes, Foogly, it is. And it is just as enjoyable as I remember it back in the day when I first
well,
found it.
I have a whole lot of Goon Show episodes on my hard drive that I listen to every once in a while. Goon Show is fun. You don't have to be British. Gutenberg, that's it. Gutenberg Project.
Gutenberg.
Because if you're a volunteer and you want to do LiveRocks, which anybody can do, you usually go to Project Gutenberg and find the text, and whoever's producing it for you said, okay, here's the text. So they have something to say, he read it off of here.
Yeah.
So they're basically CYA, cover your ass. You know what I'm saying? I also did first three chapters. Here's one. I did the first 3 chapters of The Fabulous Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
Oh.
And I couldn't finish the book, so they had other people do different chapters, because it's like I did the first 3 chapters and then I ran out of time. I was doing shows, doing games.
Oh, okay.
I just ran out of time. And so I had to tell the producer, I said, release it. I can't finish it.
That's good reading.
First 3 chapters are mine. I tried to sound like the guy in the movie. Can't remember the actor right now, but he was perfect. Oh, and I based Gandalf on him once. Did you know I played Gandalf on stage?
I did not know that.
Yeah, there was a production of The Hobbit,
Nice.
and I was cast as Gandalf. This was way before the movie, the live action. And I was cast as Gandalf, and I always said that's because they wanted the dwarves to look right. So they cast me, tall guy.
There you go. Whatever works.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that because I didn't know where the character was. And it's like, I finally decided on him, and it worked, because before that I was going through like doing a Scottish accent at one time. And so everybody starts calling me Tim. It's Tim, the Enchanter.
Enchanter, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, God. Well, gents, I think we may have reached our... we got 46 people watching right now.
Wow, it's 9:47. We've been on almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, folks, next live stream is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Myself, my lovely wife, Rach. Yeah, that's... I'm trying to think. Do I have another live stream coming up? I don't think so. I think I'm good until Tuesday. My God.
Yeah, your special one.
Yeah. Once the new year hits and things calm down a little bit, Glenn and I will probably be back to doing one afternoon show again.
Well, we may throw in, in the next 2 weeks, we may throw in a daytime one. Who knows?
Yeah, so we're gonna. It may not happen until after the holidays, because
we need to start doing that again, though, so our friends overseas can,
yes,
watch us. And Don can get on there too if he wants. We used to every.
If I'm not gonna lay out or doing.
He actually does a little work during the days. I mean,
Well, he's got an hour free. Sure, go ahead. Come on on.
Fugu, you can have as many live streams as you like.
Thank you, Fugu.
There is a limit, and that's usually decided by the wife. But she's been very generous.
Same here.
So, we are all blessed. Okay, you see us on screen.
Yes, we are.
We are all blessed. So, if you want to see my lovely wife, Rach, tomorrow night, Gamers Health, 8 p.m. Other than that, thank you to Don. Thank you to Glenn. Thank you to Agile. Again, supporting this channel. You are awesome.
Anybody, let's see my lovely wife, Becky. Sorry, she's putting wallpaper up in the kitchen. So.
He makes her work. All right.
She makes her work.
Glenn, I was giving you a little credit. Maybe. All right, never mind. I don't
want to do that.
That's the kind of credit that doesn't usually work well, I guess. As usual, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. We had a really lively chat room tonight.
Yep.
Yes.
So again, if any of you are interested, New Year's Eve, 11:30, there will be a restream link put up in the posting section of this channel for anybody who wants to join us on that live stream.
Yep.
Right.
And by the way, Merry Christmas, everybody, too.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that kind of stuff.
Happy Hanukkah. And God